Welcome to the Finger Podcast. I'm Casper, your friendly host, along with my partner in crime.
I hopped again.
And we are here for episode 6.
Six. That's 6.
We just said 666. Do you know what this episode is going to be about? No, you don't, because we haven't even decided yet. If you think this is a well-planned out, well-configured structure,
you're wrong.
Wrong. Please don't use that intuition to go play the lottery. You will not win.
Yeah, because when you think we're going this way, we're going that way.
He's right. We'll be right back after this.
Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane.
It's my turn to operate.
Operate?
Butterfingers!
It's Operation the Wacky Doctor's
Here's
Game.
your card.
Batteries not included.
Take out his spirits for $100. Oh, you'll never do that. Don't touch the side. Here goes his funny bone.
It takes a very steady hand.
I did it. That's $200 for me.
May I play? Operation, a Milton Bradley game.
So we've been getting some strange inquiries in messages, private messages, emails, etc. And one certain young lady wanted to know, since you never see us from the waist down, what do we wear behind the red tablecloth? Nothing. We're commando. We like it that way. The only problem is these leather chairs stick to your tuchus. And if you have to break wind, it sounds like a motorboat taking off. We'll be right back after this.
You really are commando, huh?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, you're walking out. I'm not doing another 20, Emma. Oh. How many of these do I have to do? No way.
Let's talk about, since we talked about WWE last time, and Steve Austin and some other stuff. Let's talk about real men. Because we see all this crap on Facebook and Snapchat, Instagram, all this stuff about, real men do this and real men do that. Well, first thing is, there aren't too many young ladies out there, we'll say under the age of 25, that have ever met a real man except for maybe their dad.
Right.
Or grandpa or somebody. So, real men. Let's talk about, let's go back in history. Let's go back to the real men of our founding fathers, real men.
Okay.
Okay? George Washington's one of the first that comes to mind. Because he was a general, and he fought.
Yeah.
And he had to rally the troops and had to keep everybody positive and all that. And he established a lot on what the president should be.
Right.
And he was definitely a leader, no doubt. So, he was a real man. He was a man's man. He had wooden teeth. You can't be weak and have wooden teeth.
Right.
So, who else? Real men.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah. Man of his principles, a man of conviction, no doubt. A man who didn't want to pay taxes on his huge plantation and stuff.
No, it's your land. Why do you have to pay taxes on your land?
Right.
That's
Exactly.
absurd.
And yet we still do.
We do.
Let's see. Real men throughout history. Abraham Lincoln, real man.
Yes.
He stood up against most of the nation to do what he thought was right.
Yeah. Freed slaves.
And his wife was insane. She went crazy while being in the White House. And not to say she's clinically insane, but they didn't even have clinics back then. Okay? Mary was. Make Jason Mewes look downright calm.
Are we sure that she didn't shoot him in the theater?
Oh, that's wrong. But it's funny. No, they wouldn't let that broad have a gun. Of course, back in those days, anybody could just walk into the White House and wait out in the office for a meeting. And he met with everybody. You know. Real man. Let's go into... This is actually before Lincoln. Davy Crockett.
Oh yeah.
Daniel Boone.
The Alamo.
Yeah.
Those were some guys.
Those are some fools.
They put up a fight
Yes, they did.
for
5
Texas.
days. 5 days. 183 men in the chapel, the church, and the grounds they're in, and fought off 15,000 men. Now, this is not a racist thing, but they were Mexicans. And they knew during the attacks and stuff that from 4 to 5 o'clock every day, they're going to take a break. It's siesta time. And they did. Have you been to the Alamo?
No, I have not.
Oh my gosh.
I have not been to the state of Texas at all.
Okay. San Antonio is one of my favorite cities on the planet. I absolutely love San Antonio. The Riverwalk is great. I'll tell you a story about the Riverwalk sometime when I was there with the U.S. martial arts team. And but no, the Alamo is worth the trip to San Antonio by itself. It really is. I love the Alamo. I've been there probably a dozen times, and if I'd go tomorrow, I'd go tomorrow. I just really, it's cool. One of the things they have is, and like a lot of men, I like miniature things. I like little, and there's a big table with a miniature of the Alamo under attack by Santa Anna's army. It's really cool. So, and if you get a chance to, there's 2 great movies made about the Alamo. The original one, The Alamo, with John Wayne and all those guys, Richard Widmark and those guys back in the 60s.
Right.
Great
So
film.
saw plenty of times with my dad.
And then the later one's been out just a few years with Billy Bob Thornton as Davy Crockett. It's pretty good too. It's more historically accurate,
Okay.
but
I'll have to check into that one because I didn't think it would be any good.
it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. And we'll be right back after this.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm good. Welcome back. Now, we are in July as we shoot this, and as it gets posted, it'll still be in July. July is the last month of the year without football. Because August, the preseason stuff starts, college, the Pigskin Classic, all that stuff starts up.
Right.
And I'm not a big NFL fan. I love college football because in college football the emotions are still so powerful in playing a part in what happens. So, I know you're not a big football fan, I know that, but what football teams do you like?
Football, college-wise, will have to be UT,
Okay.
and believe it or not, Alabama.
I can see that.
I really do.
I like seeing UT back on the upswing. I hope that they really pull out what they think they're going to pull out.
Yeah.
Alabama, my only problem with Alabama is Lane Kiffin. Nick Saban, I mean, look, you know, Lane, I gotta get away, Kiffin. I was like, it wouldn't surprise me if somewhere down the line his theme song didn't become Gladys Knight and the Pips. He's leaving on a midnight train to Georgia. But Nick Saban, love him or hate him, the guy can coach.
This guy can coach.
And I really think he's grooming Lane Kiffin to take his place. Cause
Right.
he's, I mean,
Well, you know he's not. Yeah, I mean, if you had to leave out on top, wouldn't you?
yeah, I would. We've seen too many champions, too many great people at different things that did stuck around for one fight too long, one game too long, one race too long.
One guy who got out with excellent timing, Peyton Manning from UT.
If he didn't win the Super Bowl this year, they would have been scrambling to burn him in effigy. Say, it's his ego, he's staying too long. But you know what? That many years, he's guaranteed first round Hall of Fame. He's guaranteed whatever he wants. Of course, there's always rumors about stuff. One of the rumors was that he might come to Tennessee as a quarterback coach.
Yeah, I heard that.
Peyton owns dozens and dozens of Papa John's restaurants in the Denver and Colorado area.
Yeah, he does.
And I mean, it's not like he's in there counting the pepperonis, putting them on. And it's not like he's walking in saying, "Is that too much Parmesan?" You know,
I'm sure. It's just
it runs itself, yeah.
Right.
So but that was part of his deal going to Denver, was that he wanted to have an inside track on buying those restaurants. So that was cool. But let's see. My wife and I are both big Notre Dame fans. I mean,
Rudy.
yeah, exactly. And see, I'm such a Notre Dame fan that when the movie came out, I knew who Rudy was before he. And that's an obscure little story and an obscure little thing, but I could never work for Rudy. Sorry, boss, just couldn't do it. What? I'm 5'0" nothing, 100 nothing, and I made it on. So, but yeah, it's we went to South Bend last year to watch Navy and Notre Dame play, and my first trip to the Holy Land, Dixie's first trip to Holy Land, and it was just absolutely fantastic. It was the pomp and circumstance and the remember Rudy when he's kneeling down at this little rail and there's all these candles and stuff. That's the grotto, and the grotto is just impressive. The basilica, the church where he would go in and light candles and pray, and Father Kavanaugh was there. So beautiful.
Give a little inspiration.
Yeah.
I bet.
Just goosebumps. So football is on the way. Thank goodness. Hope UT has a great year. Hope Alabama has a great year. Hope Notre Dame has an undefeated year. We'll be right back after this.
Y'all pretty ladies around the and your mama tell. We're about to go.
Let's talk nude beaches. Now, I know last year you got to go to the beach for the first time in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember seeing those pictures of you out there in the sand and that your wife had got a special wheelchair for you to be able to go out there in the
Ah.
sand. And this was long before you and I became good friends. And I actually told my wife, I said, look at this. It gave me goosebumps. It brought a tear to my eye because you were getting to do something you'd always wanted to do.
Dude, it's surreal. And give me a minute to talk about that.
Go ahead.
Because I mean, it's something that was really, I guess you could say, gratifying. Because here it is, you know, I'm 38 years old, and I got hit with cancer twice. And I never thought that I would get a chance to do that. Sorry.
Keep going.
If you've never had a chance to do anything, just make one go. When you make it, it just opens up a whole other world. I promise you. So if you think it's unattainable, just make one go. That's all I ask. Maybe.
We'll talk about nude beaches some other time. We'll be right back. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, I know you don't care much about the news and stuff, and I really don't either. Most of the time it's just, hey, what's the weather like, so if I know if I have my top down tomorrow.
Right.
But here locally we've gotten some really, really attractive, very attractive newscasters, and you know, Dawn Davenport on Channel 2 in the morning is just a little cutie.
And what, Channel 2 in the morning?
Yes.
I'll set my DVR tonight.
There you go. She is a cute little thing. Her husband's a professional golfer, is like 9 feet tall. But Dawn's sweet. But there's a young lady on Channel 2 who does the weekend stuff. And her name is Cherish Lumbar. Honey Hush. Just honey hush. She's not Dana Brooke, but oh my goodness. She is a beautiful young lady. Let's see. Eric Egan, who does Channel 2 during the evening, he's cute. Eric looks like he's 14. And he looks like he should be mowing my yard instead of telling me that terrorists are striking. I just, it's like, to me, Eric Egan is kind of like, today in Istanbul, terrorists attacked airport and killed 49 people. Do you want me to do your weed eating too?
Well, if they have a news story that's in a bar, is he going to be able to go in?
I think they'd card him. I know they'd card him.
Does he look that young?
He does.
Really?
He's a baby face. Of course, I think Justin, I'm a big Channel 2 guy. The others kind of get on my nerves a little bit. But Justin Bruce, he does the weather in the morning most of the time. He looks like he's 20 years old, doing an internship from college. And he's been there for a few years, and I'd say he's probably late 30s or so, or mid 30s, but I'm probably wrong and I'm probably insulting him. So if I am, sorry, Justin.
Remember, it was him, not me.
Here's me. Now there are a couple hotties on Channel 5. Don't know their names, but those little outside reporters that go and do stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Telemundo?
Uh-huh.
Telemundo?
Telemundo like, yeah. Yeah. And they sort of speak English. However, one of them always wants to leave out the T's in her word.
No.
We have a drought, which is a shortage of water. It's like, come on. You're on
Are you
TV.
serious?
I'm serious. And there's one that asks questions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? If you're gonna have to do that for a living, you should be able to go through.
Enunciate.
Yes, please. I mean, I don't care about ebonics, bubonic, whatever the plague, whatever.
Right.
Just come on.
Well,
Come
that,
on.
wouldn't that kind of be like a a baseball player,
Who can't swing the bat?
Right. I mean, that's part of your job is to talk.
Yeah. That is your job. I mean, your job is to go out there, stand in front of the camera, and speak eloquently.
Right.
Now, I wouldn't mind once in a while seeing one of those outdoor weather people. We're going to send you out in a storming cold blizzard because that's going to prove to people that there is a storming cold blizzard because looking out the window doesn't do it for us. But just once, I want to see somebody out there in terrible weather and go, holy crap, this sucks. Just once.
There's one on well, I wouldn't necessarily say about the weather, but there's a few on YouTube you can catch to where they really go off of their character. I mean, there's this one African American reporter. He's standing up there and he's enunciating every syllable that he can do. And all of a sudden, this beat comes out of nowhere.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
It's like he breaks like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just awesome.
Now, Leland Statham, who's on Channel 5 locally here in Nashville.
Short guy.
For those that, is it short?
Yes.
I've never seen him in person. So, really?
Yeah.
But when he first came to Nashville, he made all kinds of mistakes. He would turn the map on and be giving the forecast, and he'd realize he was standing in front of it and run off the side and stuff. It was hilarious. But one of the best things ever was he was talking about, I went to Lakewood Elementary and spoke with Miss Johnson's class and told them all about weather and stuff. They asked me a lot of questions. I gave them a lot of answers, made some of them up.
Hey, that's what you got to do sometimes, right?
That's it.
Go with it.
Keep both oars in the water and just keep driving forward. We'll be right back after this.
I wanna rock. I wanna rock. I want to rock. I wanna rock. Turn it down, you say, but all I gotta say to you is time and time again to say no. Tell me not to play, but all I gotta say to when you tell me not to play, I say no. No. So if you ask me why I like the way I play, there's only one.
Welcome back to the Finger Podcast.
Have you been watching any of the new original stuff on Netflix?
I catch some of the stuff I've caught. Daredevil.
Daredevil's fantastic.
Awesome.
And I'm glad that they're giving the Frank Castle Punisher
Yes.
character his own series.
That is going to be awesome.
I was worried when that guy, I don't remember the guy's name who plays the character, when he showed up, because I've seen stuff where he was really kind of weak,
Mm-hmm.
but he really showed some acting chops in that season. First season was amazing, and spoiler, but in the first season you don't even see the suit until like episode 9 or something.
Right.
But it's a little too much Elektra in season 2 for me, but
Yeah, just for me, in season 2, the Elektra that's in this version is just not the Elektra I'm used to.
yeah. Now, have you seen Orange is the New Black?
I've seen the first season.
It's the second season's really good. Third season kind of does what a lot of them do, kind of balances out, but it's good. Let's see. Oh, House of Lies.
Yep.
Or House of Cards, sorry. House of Lies is on Showtime and stars Don Cheadle. They just had their series finale, and that's a great show too.
Yeah, Don Cheadle is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he is fantastic. And House of Cards, Kevin Spacey is amazing.
Haven't seen it.
Watch it.
I'll
It's worth-
catch it.
it's worth watching.
It's on my list to watch.
It's worth watching. Now, have you added the ranch to your list?
No.
Okay. First thing, I had no idea who was in it or whatever, and the little pop-up thing kept coming up. And I saw Sam Elliott, and I went, well, I'll watch Sam Elliott do just about anything. So I had no idea it was a comedy, and it's a situation comedy, politically incorrect, definitely at times, and R-rated, definitely.
It's got my vote already.
And remember, of course, Ashton Kutcher from that 70s show,
Yeah.
and Danny Masterson, who played Hyde in that 70s
Yeah.
show. This all sets up in the first 3 minutes, so I'm not giving away anything. They're brothers. And Ashton Kutcher was like a big-time high school football star who went off to find his fame and fortune. And it's 15 years later, and again, this comes out in the first 3 minutes. So, and he's come home from chasing the football dream, and his mom and dad are separated, and his dad is Sam Elliott
Oh, wow.
at his orneriest. And his mom is played by Deborah Winger. So it's a heck of a cast and very well written. And I'll give away one joke just because it happens real early in it. You know, his dad looks down at his feet and says, "What's on your feet?" He goes, "Those are Uggs. Those are girl boots." Tom Brady wears them. Yeah, Tom Brady gets away with a lot of shit.
That's
So,
good.
but the by episode 3, it is hitting on all cylinders, and it's really funny.
Okay.
I mean, there's some. It's like every episode has some belly laughs in it. So
I will
it's,
definitely.
and I apologize for the spoiler on that joke, but trust me, it gets better, even better than that. But it's worth watching. Now, you told me about some pictures that you saw on TMZ.
Yes.
Tell us about those.
Very racy pictures at that. They are of Gene Simmons' daughter,
Sophie.
Sophie. And she looks just like Shannon Tweed, except for the hair color and that ass. But I mean, I swear, you look at those pictures, and you will just not believe how close she looks like her.
Now, she's in her 20s now, so we're allowed to lust after her, right?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
That's the finger.
And evidently she's the new family jewel.
So yeah, great show as well.
Yeah, I like that show a lot. It took a lot of guts and cojones for Gene to allow himself to be made the fool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But he was being foolish all the way to the bank. So, let's do our fingers for the month.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to have to give a big, big, big thumbs up, of all people, to my dad. My dad's he's a good man. Made a lot of mistakes in his life like everybody has. And I know someday that I'm not going to be able to call on him again. But my car's been acting up some. It's fine for driving around town, but not for the interstate. So my wife's been using it, and I've been driving hers. And Alex has his clothing line and stuff, and has to do business. And so from time to time, he'll take my wife's car and use it, and I'll borrow one of my dad's vehicles, and he doesn't complain, he doesn't fuss. There's none of this, well, you're a grown man, you should have cars that run. But sometimes things tear up and they're expensive to fix. So, but he's a good guy. He's that stability that I didn't get when I was a kid. I mean, I've changed a lot since then, obviously, but so is he. And so thumbs up, Dad. You're a good man. And he'll never watch this because Dad wouldn't put up with the language for 1 minute. How about you?
I don't have a preference for this show. Not for this one. Just nobody.
We gave a little thumbs up for
Shannon.
for Sophie.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe give up one for Sophie
And Shannon.
and Shannon. The first ever two generational fingers.
Definitely. Both thumbs up.
Both thumbs up. Up where? This has been the Finger Podcast. I've been Casper, your friendly host.
And I'm Hop again.
We'll see you next time.